Okay, everyone. I'm going to continue with my the second part of the Sketchnote that I want to share here with you. This Sketchnote will be about the spinal cord. Is the continuation of this part here. So there is something about dual coding. I'm not sure if you heard about this term before, but I think that is important to understand it, because it can help you to develop your own methodology of study. We have so many types of models of study nowadays, and I think that the dual coding theory, that is the one that I've been applying here, mixing image and writing, is a good option for visual learners like me. So you probably know that the brain will process the verbal and the visual information through separate areas. But when you combine both, this helps to enhance the memory retention and understanding. So this is the reason why I usually do sketchnoting, and I've been doing much more now as I study more about dual coding theory and sketch notes. Okay, so what is the part that I want to share today? This is the second part of the spinal cord, and then let me just but now today I'm gonna make a different way. I'm gonna make it in this way. I will put right here. And guys, I think that is important to understand that you can change the way that you start your sketch note. It doesn't need to be like mine. You can just think on the best way for you, for your understanding. Okay, spinal cord. Okay, spinal cord. So here is the way I choose to start in this way. And what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna draw two different structures here. Actually, these structures are the continuation of the spinal cord. I'm gonna draw not this one. Let me use this one. And then I'm gonna draw down, all the way down here, and this structure here represents the coccyx. Now let me just do this. I will be explaining each part soon. I didn't like this paper, but it's the paper that I have right now. And I will explain each detail for you. Of course, when you draw an anatomy structure and you are doing a sketch note based in anatomy, it's always good to label the parts. If you have space to label the parts, of course. Let me take this pen. Okay, you can try to guess the structures while I draw, and okay, this represents the lower end of the spinal cord. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna write first. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna spinal cord, and I'm gonna put here on the top lower end. Okay, lower end. This is the lower end of the spinal cord. Now here, what the parts of the spinal cord that you are going to see. First is the lumbar enlargement here. So what I'm gonna do, let me just label like this. Lumbar enlargement. This is the lumbar enlargement, okay? And then we have this part here, this right here, is the conus medullaris. Okay, this is the conus medullaris. I'm gonna label to this part. Conus medullaris. Okay, this is the conus medullaris. And then we have this part here, this one here, these dot lines are the representation of the arachnoid mater. Arachnoid mater. Let me see what I'm gonna do here. This part here. Let me just do this. Arachnoid mater. Arachnoid mater. Okay, we have the arachnoid mater represented by these dot lines, okay? And then we have the most external layer is the dura mater, which is this one. For this one, I'm gonna label to this side. Dura mater. Okay, we have the dura mater right here. And then what else? We have this filament here, okay? This filament here is actually the filum terminale. And this filum terminale, where you're going to find the filum terminale? In the subarachnoid space, okay? The filum terminale is in the subarachnoid space. So let me just write here, filum terminale, okay? Filum terminale. I'm pressing too much my pen. Okay, so you have the filum terminale. What else we can see here? We can see the lower end of the arachnoid tube, which is here. Okay, this is the lower end of the arachnoid tube. And what else? We have the filum terminale here, and as I mentioned before, the coccyx. So I'm gonna write the coccyx here. Coccyx. And this is the filum terminale. The filum terminale, this part here of the filum terminale, guys, this part will be in the sacral canal. Filum terminale. Okay, here we have the first part. Let me just put some color. And okay, just to let you know, the lower end of the spinal cord, as you can see, is conical. Okay, and because this receives the name conus medullaris, and it is continuous with the filum terminale, and you can see here that the filum terminale extends downwards to get attached to the back of the coccyx, Now, what I want to do here, I want to add some color just to make life easier, because sometimes, well, it's quite challenging to identify the structures. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add the red one to the lower end. Okay. I'm pressing a little more the This is my sketch note for the spinal cord, where I am actually showing you and studying with you the lower end of the spinal cord. And here we have I'm gonna use the yellow one for the spinal cord. I pretty much like yellow and red because pops out, you know, to the eyes, which in my opinion is important. You don't use too many colors. First, because you want your drawing, your note simple. Okay, you want your note simple. Unless you want to sell your notes. So try to make simple and of easy understand for you. Okay, so we have here the lower end of the spinal cord. Now we can explore the central canal of spinal cord. Let me see. And I'm gonna put the central canal right here, guys. So what I'm gonna do, let me just make a schematic drawing here. Like this. And then I'm gonna do this. And let me do this thing here. It's a bit thicker, but I believe that for a better view, not only for me but also for you, I need to make it a little thicker. So let me do this, and then we'll try down. Yep, there we are. I mentioned another video, when you do this kind of sketch note, try to make fun. Don't add too much details. When you study anatomy in this way, try to make simple illustrations, because these simple illustrations will help you to understand better the structure. You are breaking this information in small pieces. Okay, good. I'm gonna leave the space to talk in another video, okay? Now, what do we have here? What you can visualize here? You can visualize the central canal, which is this part here in white inside the spinal cord. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna write it here. Central canal. Central canal. We also have here, this part here is the terminal ventricle. It's located in the conus medullaris. This is the terminal ventricle. Ventricle. Again, we have this area here that is the area of the space, actually it's the subarachnoid space, and this area is filled with cerebrospinal fluid. Okay, so how can I do this in a different way? For me, okay, for my understanding, I'm gonna do this. Sub with capital letters. Arachnoid space. And I think that not more than 3 colors. I think that, okay, we have white, we have black, we have yellow, red, but when I say not more than 3 colors, you can understand like colors that are extra the black and white. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna paint the subarachnoid space with the blue color. Okay, this is the subarachnoid space. Let me just zoom out, lift my camera a little more. And subarachnoid space, as I mentioned, filled by cerebrospinal fluid, and we have the filum terminale right here again, that maybe I don't need to label, I just need to connect with this. I will label, but I will label like this. Okay, so I have here the filum terminale, and remember that this is actually, now let's put like a subtitle here. No, not subtitle, but we have our main topic, this part here of the main topic, and here is the central canal. I'm gonna write central canal here. Central with capital letter. Central canal. So this is my sketch note. Central canal. Personally, I don't think that is right, filled with a lot of information here, because something that should be used for a quick review might take too much of your time. So keywords, key illustrations, okay? Try to add simple illustrations. Okay. Slowly I'm improving my sketch note, and I hope that you can also learn, take some good things from this video, and also improve your own sketch notes. And that's it. This is the video for today. I really appreciate your time here with me, and I will see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to make a comment, and see ya.